Hello and welcome to Street Famous Photoshop tutorial number 5. In this tutorial I'll show you how to slice and code your website to work in a browser. Very simple, easy way to do, especially if you already have Photoshop as a program, which I hope you do as you're watching a tutorial on Photoshop. Okay, so basically what you do is look for this razor type thing. It's called the slice tool. You want to select this one. It's going to be in your toolbar somewhere. It's going to look just like this. Placement can be different than what you see on the screen on mine, but if you find this icon, I don't really know the shortcut for this off the top of my head, but it does look like this, and it's called the slice tool. Okay, basically we're going to slice the template into sections. So here's the logo, the banner part, and this is the navigation part right here. And then this part on the left, which I'm slicing all the way down to the bottom, is going to be the repeat section. I will use this slice over and over for the background, so it repeats itself. If someone is viewing the website in a larger screen resolution, it won't just have white ends or black sides. I'm sure you've seen the websites that abruptly end and it just looks horrible. Not the way to go. It's an easy fix, and that's the fix right there, making that slice and repeating that image in the background of your website. So basically I'm going to slice the footer and we're just about done. It was that simple. So we're gonna go ahead and as you see, I didn't slice this area right here. I'm not doing it on purpose. I want to show you that it does auto slice by itself by default, and you do not need to make all the slices, especially with something that is bigger. There has been projects that I worked on and I needed to slice a lot more than just this. I had many buttons, many things to click, many interactions, flash banners and all that. So sometimes it is time consuming if you're doing it over and over, especially if you're doing rollovers. Sometimes I'll actually do another template over it and start doing the rollovers, but we'll get into that in a different tutorial. This one just want to give you a basic idea of how to make your own website real fast and make it less time consuming than all these other tutorials. So we have it sliced. We use the slice tool, which was found on your toolbar or tool panel. So now it's sliced. You got every area. We got the content area, navigation. We have the logo area, and we have the footer. And the content area, the body, and all that. So we have all the areas that we actually planned out when we first designed this in what was that, tutorial number 4. So we're in number 5. Okay, let's go ahead and go up to File, and we're going to save for web and devices. That is under File, if you didn't see that. Okay, so right now by default my preset is PNG. I don't want to save as that. I'm going to save as a GIF for this one. And you see my width is 1001, my height is 850. That's exactly what I set my canvas as, and I already pre-planned that I was going to make this a website, so everything works out perfect. So go ahead and just press save, and you're going to save it to as you see, I actually did this tutorial right before this one because I actually messed up, so now I'm redoing it. So I'm going to name this one System Control. And remember to select HTML and images, not images only or HTML only. We want both for this one. And you can name it whatever you want, and you can save it to any folder you would like. I just made a pre-designated folder for this one just so it's all together in its own thing. I do suggest you do that too, just to keep organized. Okay, go ahead and press save. Voila. I gotta replace these. Like I said, I did this tutorial right before this one. I had to repeat it because I messed up. Okay, so it's done. As you see, I do have an index and I have a system control. You won't have an index, so it will be named whatever you the files as. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the index because this was from the last tutorial I did. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and rename this index as I just deleted that one, but it is going to be different. So I'm going to index, and that's it. I would name it index because your server automatically directs the directory to index file. So if you have an index HTML, but if you have another index which is PHP, let's say you have an index PHP, it will override and look at the PHP one rather than the HTML one. Okay, so go ahead and just double click onto your HTML file, and you see it's there. You go, you got your website. It displays in a browser. Everything's perfect. Now from here you do need to take it into some type of text editor or Dreamweaver or something along those lines to make some coding changes. One of the things, as I was talking about before, about the repeating background, which would be this image right here. This one would need to be repeat. That is 01. That's number 1 on mine, the way I sliced it. So that would repeat back here. You see this white area, it would repeat. So if someone is looking at your website in a larger resolution on their computer, it won't have a whole bunch of blank areas or black spots or whatever you name your background color to be. It won't be that. It will be an actual image. So you can center your website and it will look clean. I'm sure you've seen the websites that are off-centered and they look ridiculous in bigger resolutions or higher resolutions. So we want to avoid that. I will show you how to do that in the next tutorial in Dreamweaver. As you see, we do have it down here. And that concludes our tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. Hope it sparked something in your head. Maybe now you want to make a personal blog or something along those lines. Hopefully I influenced someone to do something creative and not waste their time on the computer. Well, thank you so much. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/streetfamous. Subscribe, rate, comment, and do the works. Thank you and see you next time.